Hi, welcome to Tony's Quick Tips. Do you fancy some relatively inexpensive office help? Perhaps to manage with your social media marketing or your CRM updates? Now, I'm not looking for a job, but in the last month alone, I've had 3 different advisors suddenly asking me about hiring a virtual assistant to help with their marketing or their service areas. And each of them asked me how to go about interviewing them, seeing as it's so different to their normal hiring process. Now, there's no doubt there's a lot of very capable people available to work as virtual assistants, and they tend to be much cheaper than having someone sitting in your office. Heck, I use them myself. So there must be a good case for it, right? And they're great value in my experience. To get a good one though, and I've been very lucky to find and use 2 good virtual assistants, the interviewing and hiring process is just a little bit different. Now sure, we check the CVs and the references and we Google them and everything that you'd expect, but that's all to determine whether or not they are possibles. When we start interviewing though, there's really 2 key things that I'm interviewing them for. The first is comprehension and the second is articulation. Now both are about communication ability, and with a virtual assistant, this is the critical ingredient in my experience. Working with someone virtually is different. We aren't even awake or at our desks at the same time a lot of the time. So a heck of a lot of the communication is done with email or recorded messages, and virtually none, pun absolutely intended, is done face to face. So once we get past the point of checking whether the potential virtual assistant has the necessary skills on paper, I'm looking for their ability to understand me and what I mean. So the precision and the directness of their responses to questions in the interview is actually a lot more important to me than what they said. That is about comprehension, or their ability to understand me. So you're interviewing for someone who gets what you mean quickly and is able to directly respond quickly. When working with someone remotely, there will be nothing more frustrating than losing hours or days in circular discussions because people don't understand you. The second big thing to look for is if they're clearly comprehending quickly, is how they express their thinking or how they articulate. Now this goes beyond the straightforward elements of the types of words they use or accents and that type of thing, though they are important. What I'm looking for is relevant thinking, which is well expressed. So let's use an example. Say perhaps I'm interviewing for a social media support person, and during the interview I might ask a loaded question like, I can't make up my mind at the moment on whether I should use Nimble or Hootsuite. Do you have any experience or views on either one of them? Now those 2 platforms are actually quite different things, and they've got quite different uses of course. And ideally what I'm looking for is someone who got the question and can clearly and quickly tell me what the differences are, but the ideal candidate will be the one who tells me what I really need. That's the one that I know can self-manage and who gets what I'm trying to achieve. So if you're considering hiring a virtual assistant and you're ready to interview candidates, focus your interviewing on being able to determine their level of comprehension and their ability to articulate appropriately. It's this level of communication that's going to make the appointment work, and that's the quick tip for today.